In early March 2002, a brutal murder shocked Moscow. A 20-year-old man was nearly decapitated at a bus stop. Few could believe that a young woman armed with a kitchen knife had committed this crime. Maria Petrova would go on to attack 5 more victims before making headlines. What drove this 24-year-old technical school teacher to kill? Maria Petrova had a normal childhood with typical girlish interests like dolls and flowers. She grew up in a regular Soviet family, did well in school, and wasn't troublesome. As she grew older, she took up sports and became a master swimmer. After finishing school, Maria completed a 3-month secretarial course but never worked in that field. She tried various jobs selling men's clothes, waiting tables, and fitness training, but nothing held her interest, leading to family conflicts. At 18, Maria was raped by a man she described as middle-aged, stocky, and reeking of alcohol. This traumatic event left a lasting impression, shaping her choice of victims. After the assault, Maria's behavior changed dramatically. She became obsessed with her appearance, dressing provocatively and wearing heavy makeup. She started a relationship with her brother's friend and got pregnant, but a family argument led to a miscarriage. To cope with her depression, she began partying, staying out all night, and drinking heavily. She even secretly advertised intimate services in newspapers. Her demands for money from her parents often led to conflicts, one of which resulted in a call for emergency psychological help and her being placed under police observation. Her mother used this as leverage, threatening to commit her to a psychiatric hospital for any misbehavior. This pressure forced Maria to endure harassment at the sports club where she worked as a PE instructor. An incident with a senior coach, who threatened to fire her if she spoke out about his advances, became the catalyst for her first murder. Maria's first victim was a slightly drunk young man at a bus stop. She approached him from behind, grabbed his face, and slashed him with a knife. Maria claimed she felt a strange sensation and walked away, only to return and view the scene again. She derived pure pleasure from the act. She quickly became addicted to killing. Her first attack was on March 1st, the second a month later, and the third 3 weeks after that. The intervals between attacks kept shortening as she grew bolder and less careful. Authorities initially didn't connect the attacks but eventually realized they were dealing with a serial killer. Witness reports indicated a female perpetrator, which was unusual given the method of attack. In addition to her job at the technical school, Maria worked as a fitness instructor. Before each attack, she would give her students an assignment and leave, ensuring she had an alibi. She concealed a knife in her sleeve and chose victims at random during her runs. She never killed in her own neighborhood, always crossing into another district through a tunnel under the Varshavskoye highway, transforming into a killer in what felt like another world. Investigators blocked off the area, interviewed dog walkers, and checked all possible locations the suspect might visit. Although initially skeptical, they eventually considered the possibility of a female killer due to consistent witness testimonies. 2 survivors identified a woman as their attacker. One noted that he hit her in the groin with no reaction, and another clearly saw her face. A third survivor lost his ability to speak due to his injuries. Maria's story is filled with dramatic twists, including her capture. A rookie officer noticed her blood-stained sneakers during a patrol and followed her home, alerting his colleagues. She was arrested that same day at her parents' apartment. Despite their strained relationship, Maria's parents never reported their suspicions to the police. Her father recalled an incident where he found her washing a knife in the bathroom and immediately knew the truth. At first, Maria denied everything, unable to believe she had done anything wrong. However, under stress, she confessed to one crime, leading to the unraveling of her murder spree. A psychological evaluation deemed her insane, and she was committed to a psychiatric hospital instead of prison. She remains there to this day, still visited by the former investigator who caught her. He says she feels no remorse and dreams of starting a family and being released. Her parents, however, are not eager for her freedom. Her father fears her, and her mother feels too ashamed to face their neighbors.